Thank you for taking the time to view my video today. I'll be teaching you how to make a lovely 3-man creamy coconut porridge. It's a very cold morning today, so this porridge will warm you right up. So let me show you how. Let's get started. I have here 2 large green bananas. If you have the small green bananas, you can use 3 or 4, but I have 2 large bananas here, so 2 will be good. I have 1 cup of oats, and I also have half a cup of red shell peanuts. I have here in this pot coconut milk. I have it on medium heat. Once this begins boiling, I can add the rest of the ingredients to it. So I'm going to peel the skin off the bananas, wash them thoroughly. Once this begins boiling, I can add the rest of the ingredients to it. So I'm going to peel the skin off the bananas, wash them thoroughly, slice them up so that it can ease the work on the blend. This is what it looks like after I have peeled it, and I also rinsed it off. This is what it looks like after I've sliced it. So now I'm going to put all of my ingredients in the blender. Green bananas are rich in iron. I'm also adding 1 cup of the oats. Okay. I'm also adding half a cup of the roasted peanuts. I'm going to grate 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. This is what it looks like in its original form, and you can grate it. You can also measure it out like I've done. So I've already grated some nutmeg, and I'm just using 1 teaspoon of it. And I'm also going to use some cinnamon powder, about a teaspoon as well. To the blender, I'm going to add the 1 teaspoon of nutmeg, grated nutmeg. I am also adding 1 teaspoon of the cinnamon powder to the blender. I'm also adding some vanilla extract. So I'm adding 1 capful of vanilla extract to my blender as well. Now I have added all of my ingredients, so it's time to add the water. I have 3 cups of water here that I'm going to be adding to my blender. So guys, while it was blending, I added 1 additional cup of water to the blender so that it can blend nice and smooth. So I have here the creamy coconut milk boiling. I'm going to add the contents of the porridge into the pot. So now we're going to add the porridge to the creamy coconut milk. And this is what you want your porridge to look like, the contents of it when you blend it. This is the texture that you want. You don't want anything clumpy, you don't want anything crunchy. You want everything to blend out nice and smooth. Now this step, we can't walk away from the pot now. We have to stay here until we get our desired consistency. Then you can cover partially, and then you could just take a little rest and then come back, but not right now. At this point, it's crucial that we stay right here by the pot and keep stirring until we get our desired consistency, which will be adding some more additional water because this stuff starts to thicken up immediately. So guys, as I'm stirring, you're going to start to see things that look like lumps. Do not get worried when you start to stir and you see lumps, because this is starting to thicken up. But when you add the water, all of that is going to melt away. So don't get worried, because when you blended it out, it was smooth. But this is how it looks like when it starts to thicken up. So we're going to keep stirring. It's going to thicken up some more, and then we're going to add our water, and it's going to blend out. So don't be worried about this when you see this. As you can see, I added a little dash of water, and this, I'm trying to reach my desired consistency. This step is crucial. I can't give you any measurements on how much water to use because everybody is different. Some people like their porridge thick, others like it in between, and others like it thin. So you're going to have to decide how you like your porridge and add the desired amount of water that you need. So this is, I want to show you, this is what it looks like when it thickens up. I added a little bit of water. I'm going to add some more. I'm going to continue stirring. This needs some more water because I can't serve it this thick. So remember before I told you about the lumps? When we blended the ingredients, it came out very smooth. But as it thickens up, you start to see lump formation. But when you add the water, where are the lumps now? All of the lumps are gone. So that's what I said. Don't worry about that step when you start seeing the lumps. When you start adding the water, all of the lumps will disappear. And you'll get the nice smooth consistency that you've blended out. So this is a good consistency for me, guys. I'm going to partially cover this and let it cook for about 15 minutes and I'll be back. This is good. Watch how it drops. Yes, that's what I'm looking for. So guys, I've reached the desired consistency I'm looking for. This pot doesn't really have a cover, so what I do, I put this over it and I'm just going to leave it just like this, partially covered, because I want it to start to steam and cook up nice and good. If you have a nice pot and you have a nice cover, you can put the cover on it partially as well. But I'm using this pot today because this pot tends to make my porridge come out really nice. My nice fancy pots, the non-stick pots, I don't really like to make porridge in that. So this is how I'm going to cover it, and I'm going to come back. Okay guys, I'm back after 15 minutes. So this has been boiling very well. We've gotten a rolling boil. You see, as you can see, you don't see any lumps. All of the lumps are gone. It's nice and smooth. Now we can sweeten this thing up. So now I'm going to add the condensed milk. And you can add as much as you want to sweeten your porridge. Some of you can add the entire can, some of you can add half of the can, and then taste. I usually add the whole can because you see the amount I'm making. So now we're going to fold this into the porridge. If you stir this, it's going to make your porridge very watery. So what you want to do is just fold it into the porridge like this. So everything blends together well. I'm also adding some brown sugar. So guys, this is all ready. This is the consistency that you should be looking for. It's thoroughly sweetened. Let's get this put in a nice bowl to enjoy.